Dear friends, good morning on Wednesday the 8th of July. Sanctify them by the truth. Your word is truth. As you sent me into the world, I have sent them into the world. John chapter 17, verses 17 to 18. Towards the end of this final prayer that Jesus prays at the Last Supper, he prays that his disciples and we would be sanctified. That means to be set apart for his use. I have a special cup that is sanctified for me. It was a farewell gift from my last parish, and it's just for my use, and I love using it. No one else in the family is allowed to drink from it. Now, the same is true when it comes to being sanctified for Jesus. We are set apart for his use. Yesterday, we thought about the joy that Jesus gains from showing us mercy and forgiveness. But he also gains joy from our belonging to him and him using us. And this will in turn bring joy to us. But how are we set apart for Jesus' use? Well, this verse tells us, by the truth. As we absorb increasing quantities of God's word, cherishing it because it's true, we become increasingly set apart for God's purposes and useful to him. This happens as we absorb sermons Sunday by Sunday, as we study God's word in our small groups, as we read it on our own, as we meditate on it. Gradually, the truth changes us. It makes us think more like Jesus, and it changes our desires. It shows us how to live and gives us the power to do it. It helps us to understand ourselves and casts out our demons. Over years of absorbing God's word, we can see real change in our lives. It's rare that we can remember a particular Bible study or sermon or passage that we've read that has changed us. But over the years, we can see the effect of God's word. Rather like water dripping onto a stone, you can't see any impact that a single drip makes, or even a month or a year of drips. But 20 years of dripping makes a significant hole in the stone, and 60 years might even bore right through it. That's how God's word sanctifies us. But this sanctification isn't just a matter of personal holiness. It has a very practical purpose, so that Jesus might send us out into the world as the Father sent him into the world. So the purpose of my mug being sanctified, that is set apart for me, is that I use it. And the purpose of God's word sanctifying us, setting us apart for Jesus, is that Jesus uses us. Jesus doesn't pray that we will be useful to him, rather that he might use us. That means that as we expose ourselves to God's word and take its truth into our lives, Jesus will use us to make a difference in his world, just as he did. So, expose yourself to God's word, and you will soon find Jesus using you in ways that you might never have expected. God bless you today.